Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to gulknowledgehub. We have come up with an amazing video, and the name of the video is the function of Duolingo in learning English language. And of course, it is the age of technology. We are depending too much on the apps, and we can say that it is the season of apps, whether it is Cake app, AI or Duolingo, and there are so many apps I have already discussed in my previous videos. But my major concern, which I have demonstrated in the form of a whole demonstration of 4 minutes, in which I have evaluated the role and mechanism of Duolingo. I have given the task, how many tasks Duolingo has assigned me, how many questions Duolingo, and what is the total function and mechanism of Duolingo. I have attached a separate screenshot and screen recording to you to understand, because I want you to understand the function of apps in your life, and I want you make you understand that what is the function, to what an extent we have to depend on all these apps. Of course, these apps are very important. They are designed by highly trained educationalists, and they are expert in language, so they are in the form of assisting the learners, English learners. Of course, they are very helpful. They are set in a fun game. They are amusing us. They are making us know the language learning in a much fun way. But there are some concerns of me I want you to understand. And now starts the first part of this video, where I have demonstrated the mechanism of Duolingo. Just watch that carefully in order to understand my point of view, because this is very important. So let's first of all we would see how Duolingo works. First of all, there is the caption that I am Duolingo. First you have to answer 6 questions before we do our journey. What would you like to learn? You have to ask the options. You have to choose the language. I have chosen the language English. Yes. Now my first question is, how did you hear about Duolingo? Whether you have learned from friends, TikTok, App Store, Google Start, or news or blogs, and I have chosen news and blogs. How much English as you know? How much English do you know? That is the third option. And now I have chosen I can discuss most topics in English. Well, that's great. Next, why are you learning English language? Whether it is to boost your career, just for fun, or support your education, connect with people. So I have chosen spend time productively. This is the another question, that's wise choice given by Duolingo. What's your daily learning goal? 15 minutes serious. That means 75 words in your first week you are going to learn. I will cheer on from home screen. Now he has given me the task. Now there is the mechanism we are going to intrude, and we are going to analyze, and this is the most important part. Here's what you can achieve in 3 months. What you can achieve in 3 months? It is very difficult and hard to be motivated. So Duolingo is a fun activity, and the first, read and respond. Planes take off and leave one airport. A few hours later they land. Land means for a plane to arrive. This is I have given the answer. And the next question is solo. What does mean? By yourself. Solo means by yourself. Next question is complete the sentence. I usually travel solo because I don't like to travel with people. I don't like to travel with people. It means solo, by yourself. Next, read and respond. What do you do? Something for the first time. You have never done it before. A new experience, it means. Complete the sentence. Next target is I am traveling solo for the first time, so I am very excited. It is excited. Now complete the chat. Are you traveling to USA for the first time? Yes, I have never seen there before. I have chosen this question and now it is the correct one. Traveler. A traveler means somebody who takes trips. Somebody who takes trips. That means a traveler. Next, complete the chat. My daughter is a traveler too. She visits a new country every month. Wow, how cool. Where is she now? Where is she now? I have asked the question. And now let's see what happens. What happens is that tap what you hear. Now it is the test of your hearing and listening. It is the answer is you can get suitcase after your suitcase after the plane lands. So I heard the sentence first and then I respond. This was the actual first it was the test of your reading. Next it was the test of your hearing, how much you are capable. Complete the sentence. Now my suitcase is too heavy, because he has given me the picture and I have to visualize what is this. Tap what you hear. Next again it is the test of your listening. Travelers need trains and hotels. Complete the chat. How many countries have you been to? Not many. I am not a big fan. Tap what you hear. Next, tap what you hear. You can visualize that. Duolingo has assigned me some tasks. First category was read and respond. There was a sentence and I was supposed to read the sentence, and out of that sentence Duolingo has picked one word and I am supposed to give the answer of that word. Excellent approach. Next category was to hear and then to respond. It is another way to make you understand and to familiarize you with English language and to know your level of listening, your level of responding and your level of understanding English language. Native English language, another good approach. The third category was to chat, to complete the chat, to complete the conversation. That this is the sentence and you have to complete this sentence. There were some options. And the third thing was that you are free to choose your time. But after analyzing all these things, I have concluded that the function of all apps are restricted, because these apps can only allow you the time of 1 hour, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and there are few sentences in the form of completion, in the form of chat, in the form of hearing and listening and reading all activities. But sincerely, it's a slow process. It's a very slow process. If you have serious desires, if you want to achieve something really serious, if you want to inculcate this fluency level, you can't totally depend on these apps, because after all, books, I highly recommend books, newspapers, blogs. They are very good thing. You can only answer the questions, complete the conversation and understand better if you have struggled a lot. Because if you are devoting only 30 minutes, only 1 hour or 15 minutes, how can you achieve your goal within 5 months or 6 months? You can only jump from beginner to intermediate level and intermediate to advanced level. But you will not be fluent in English. How about your hesitation and fear and all the knowledge familiarity? Because we are unable to discuss on the random topics. If we are given the random topics, we are speechless. We are out of the words. Our mind goes blank. Why this happens? Because we are not familiar with the topic. We are not familiar with the knowledge. We have lack of knowledge. This storehouse is not full. Is not filled with the thoughts and ideas required for the speech, required for that conversation. So if you totally depend on these apps, you can't be fluent an English speaker, because after all, the encouragement, the positive or the negative feedback of human being, not a robot, is essential for you. Because somewhere in your mind is a thought, there is a lingering thought that okay, I am being evaluated, I am being judged by a robot, by an AI. Now there would be a thought in your mind, somewhere in your mind, that this is the positive or the negative feedback of a robot. Then how can I survive among the human beings? I require the feedback, the criticism, the actual fear, hesitation of human beings. I have to survive among the human beings, not the robots, among the robots. So when you are reading some books, when you are reading books, I am a keen observer, a keen reader of the books. Believe me, when you read a book, when you just read the lines, you are taking the sentence patterns, sentence structures, you are stuffing your brain with lot of information, a lot of ideas, and the best thing is that you know the actual usage of one word in different situations. Reading makes a full man. So if you are a full man, only then you can answer the questions written or given by these apps. If you have given your time, if you have given yourself the time of solo practice, of dramatic monologue, of talking to yourself, if you have practiced a lot by shadowing, by listening a lot, only then you can listen and you can track what is being said by these apps. So my earnest desire, my earnest request is that you should use these apps, you should use all this technology. But don't forget the fundamental, the basic principles, the basic requirements, the basic things to read and to listen, that are read books, newspapers, that are the excellent means, books, magazines, novels. You should have to read some books. If you are supposed to listen, you have to listen a lot. You have to make yourself accustomed to such kind of listening, whether it is inspirational, whether it is motivational, whether you are watching a movie. Only then you have to test yourself by these apps. And if you are a beginner, you can use them as to give yourself a boost, as you can engage yourself in a new language, in a fun way, in a game way. But after that, you have to depend on the real content, real books, real word of learning a language in a serious way. At the end of the time, you can test whether I am standing on a right ground or not by using these apps. So my whole desire is that don't depend completely on the apps. Be a free person and adopt an independent approach to be successful in every field of life. I have watched so many videos, use this app, use that app, you will be a fluent English speaker. So I felt that this video should be made to make you aware that there are some stages where we have to utilize these kinds of apps, and there are some stages where we have to work by our own self. We have to gather material from the books. It is an urgent need of the time, because there is no alternative of reading books. There is no alternative of immersing yourself by watching movies, by listening a lot, by writing a journal. These are the pillars. How can you forget that by ignoring these pillars, by using only these apps, you will be a fluent English speaker? I am earnestly waiting for your replies. You have to reply me. It should be a community effort. You have to pour your own thoughts in comment section that what is your opinion, what is your way of thinking about these apps. Because as a beginner, it is good to develop interest. If you want to test your level of English language, you have to utilize them. But if you are just depending on these apps, where are you going? You just have to think. I am giving you a question. You have to answer me. Play your own role. What are you thinking? What are your thoughts about using all the technology and apps? Are we going in the right direction by only using these apps and by ignoring the real asset? This is my question of today. So with this positive note, I end this video and I am waiting for your replies. Whether I am receiving only 2 replies, I will be eagerly waiting to analyze them. And we will open a chat on this special topic. If you really like this video, please kindly share it with your family and friends too. So we will have a wider perspective on this special issue. With this positive note, I end this video. Till the next video, stay happy, stay blessed. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.